My name is Corran Addison. I'm from Corran Sup out of California. We're here at the Surf Expo in September in Orlando, Florida, the center of the surfing universe. Kelly Slater grew up just down the road. Great show here so far. We've got girls in bikinis running around. We've got, must be 50 sub companies here. And here we are all trying to flog our stuff and have a good time, hanging out with people that we see all year long at the events and out at the waves, and trying to sell some boards, make some money, and have a good time. So far, so good. This is the new Combat from Corran Sup. Essentially, this is a whitewater board. You can use it for anything, but the idea of this is that specifically for whitewater rivers, where we have a lot of rocks and things, and you're going to be dealing with impacts that can break your board. So we made it an inflatable. The problem with all the inflatable boards to date is that they're really bendy. You stand on the board and the ends stand up, and your feet end up being underwater, and you've got this huge rocker that you didn't want. This board with the exoskeleton system and the dual chamber system, you jump on this board, as you can see, it barely moves, which means that it's very, very rigid. It handles like a hard shell board. The handling of a hard shell board is critical, because if you're going through a series of waves and your board is bucking and bending, when it goes over a wave, the back of the board is going to flick you off the board and it becomes unstable. So bendy boards make even the simplest rapids more difficult, so you need to have a rigid board. Obviously, you want a board that tracks well, and as you can see, this board here tracks really, really well. I can go in a straight line, paddling on one side, but when I need to, I can whip it around and turn very quickly so I can maneuver through rapids. I've got enough of a recess behind me, so if I need to go over a drop, I can boof over the drop quite easily, get back into a standing and paddling position, and the board's not flapping around and bucking me all over the place. The center area is lowered like this, so that my center of gravity is reduced. I'm only 4 inches off the water down here with my feet, so really low center of gravity, but I have an 8-inch sidewall, so I don't have currents from the side hitting the board and flipping me over. We then took the same technology and we applied it to a 10.6 general purpose all-round board and a 12.6 fitness board, and it works very, very well. And the thing that's also cool about this is the floor is not attached to the board. We have under here an exoskeleton system, series of rods that stiffen up the board dramatically. These rods here help stop the board bending like this when you're standing on it, so you don't get this usual banana shape out of an inflatable boards like the other ones on the market. So we've really tried to take this board and make it a performance-based board. Like I said, very stiff for an inflatable board, hardly any movement at all. Very, very stable, making it easy and fun to use in white water. And of course, if you're going down with the general purpose board, the 10.6 or the fitness board, you can do 20 miles with the 12.6, no problem. And it's an inflatable, and you can go do those 20 miles in another country, because you can put them on an airplane for free.